So, in the wake of Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein, and thousands of sexual violence survivors coming forward and naming their perpetrators, it's safe to say that something has now ignited a conversation and forced us to look at what's really going on in our world. And that's a good thing, right? And that's something that I, as both a survivor and an advocate, have been fighting towards for years. But the way the media is reporting on these crimes, the way that we're responding to them, the way that we're actually talking about sexual violence, is not exactly what I meant when I've been advocating for these conversations. And in fact, when we start equating staying up to date on the world's happenings through media as being aware, we are only continuing to perpetrate the same exact rape culture attitudes and beliefs, but in a different way. So put to example, when we go home, turn on the TV, listen to the news reports, or even go on Facebook and start sharing posts, we are investing in a subculture that only seeks to capitalize on trauma and tragedy. And bottom line is that survivors, regardless of what they have survived from, do not owe anyone their story. But then, when it finally comes time to turn these things off, go about our own individual lives, we forget that this is a very real thing, impacting very real people, and that right now, in this very moment, someone's rape kit is on its way to sit on a shelf next to 400,000 others. Or that maybe our best friend is too afraid to tell us what happened to him. Because this is not a faceless issue. It's not hiding behind a screen. It's not just a hashtag, right? And I get, trust me, I get that no one wants to talk about the tough stuff. I don't want to talk about the tough stuff. For me to stand here in front of a room full of people and say that I experienced this too and that I'm a survivor is not easy. But what I am tenfold more uncomfortable with is the fact that by the time our short hour-and-a-half night is over, is that 45 more men and women will experience sexual violence. So it is no longer acceptable to hide behind vulnerability and surface-level conversations. We have to get real, we have to get raw, and we have to start owning up to what we have done as a culture and as individuals to allow these crimes to continue. Most importantly, we have to bear witness to survivors because they are the teachers. Thank you.